Wavelengths by Jerry Hughes. Episode 16. A dash to London, but what's facing Lisa when she gets there?
Tom, hi.
Oh, Lisa, thanks for coming.
What's this all about? Serious, you said.
Shut the door. Helen Kennedy was up here on a podcasting course last week.
Yeah, well, we thought she would be the best person to send. Now that she only has her Saturday breakfast show to concentrate on, we thought that it'd be a good thing to add to her workload.
She asked for a meeting with me. Sitting in this very office, she then aired her irritations of you and just happened to mention the Greg Kiesland affair.
Greg? How the hell did she find out about that?
She's obviously been talking to somebody in the know.
If that's so, I just can't imagine who it might be. Oh, jeez.
Now you'll understand why I couldn't discuss this over the phone. And if I'd come down to 185, it might have looked a bit obvious.
Oh, of course. I wonder just how much Helen actually knows.
Well, I didn't like to press her too far. She told me she knew it was Bruce Kiesland's underage son and felt that I, as MD, should investigate the whole thing further.
Then she obviously doesn't suspect you of being the one company director that at the time actually believed us.
Well, so it would seem. I was so gobsmacked. I just told her calmly that I'd do a bit of delving, but told her not to believe everything that she hears.
Knowing Helen, that'll be a red rag to a bull, believe me. Somehow I have to get around her.
Yeah.
She no doubt thinks she can get the upper hand with this information. Oh, perhaps I should never have come back to 185.
Look, I kept my promise and got you back in at the first opportunity. This time as station manager.
Only because the directors have changed in that 5 years, and there's nobody on that board now who remembers any of it. Except you.
And now, at least one other, it would seem. And us another couple of nails, will you, Kev? Here you go. Ta. That should stop anybody else trying to get in. She should get a proper glazier to sort that lot out. Mind you, the place is in such a terrible state generally. Wouldn't surprise me if it got condemned. Well, I will agree with you that the time is fast approaching when you and I'll need to find another home. And let's face it, Miss Moxon isn't going to be able to stay here for a lot longer, is she? One break-in alone would be enough to persuade me to get rid. She could do with a bungalow or a flat. Be more cosy. You know that, and I know that. But it's persuading her. You know what she's like? Yeah. Mind you, I'd be very wary when it comes to this house offer that your dad's dangling in front of you like a proverbial carrot. But doesn't it prove, though, that Natalie was telling the truth? About that, maybe, yeah. But just keep out of it all, Kev. You've got your good name in your career to think about. Trust no one, not even your dad. Besides, the Eastern development hasn't even been approved as yet. Being able to offer you or anybody a property on that site is dependent on all sorts of things, I'd say. Well, they're apparently confident that the government will give the green light, and that it's likely to be sooner rather than later. Yeah.
Cheers. Oh, sheesh, if this gets back to Wayne.
You've got truth on your side, Lisa. I always believed in you, and I've proved that by getting you back into the company.
So that we could start over again? There was also our little Tate-I-Tate, don't forget.
Oh.
Some might be forgiven for thinking that that was the main reason why you decided to give me the benefit of the doubt.
No, that's not fair. Greg Kiesland came clean, and I believed you both.
Okay, perhaps I'm getting uptight. You said on the phone that this was serious, and serious it is.
Yes, but one thing you are not going to do, Lisa, is resign again. If you do, then it would look like you had been guilty. You're not, so don't make it look that way.
I need to find out, first and foremost, who Helen has been talking to, or how she's gotten hold of all this. If it had gone to court and through the press, I could well understand it, but otherwise...
Well, let's assume it was someone she met on the course.
Yeah.
If so, then I can take a look at the attendance lists and see if any names crop up on there that might leap off the page.
Good idea. How soon could you do that?
Well, not until Monday.
Ah.
Look, I'm due down to you at Westernfield soon, so how about I come middle of next week? Give you some time to think and for things to perhaps calm down.
Calm down? You must be joking.
Lisa, what else can you do?
My mind's all over the place at the moment, Tom. I'm wondering whether we should just pretend that nothing has happened. How long have you actually been here, Mark?
Since about 6 o'clock this morning. This is my Saturday on. Nice breakfast show, by the way, Helen. You took to it like a duck to water.
Thank you, but don't try to humour me. No, I was meaning, when did you start here? What year?
Oh, I'll have been here 3 years in February.
Because you were here when I started 2.5 years ago.
I remember your first day.
So, was Colin Fairham the manager here when you started, or was it Bruce Keesland?
Oh, no, that's right, Colin Fairham, yeah. Bruce Keesland left around 5 years ago. Colin replaced him. Now Lisa has replaced Colin.
You didn't know Bruce Keesland or Lisa previously, then?
No, just names that were bandied around now and again. Why the interest, Helen? You're asking some very searching questions.
Oh, no, take no notice, Mark. Sometimes I get to be inside my bonnet and have to sort out certain facts, just to see how things fit into the pattern of life. Simple curiosity, nothing more.
Right. Is all okay, Mum?
Well, dear, I'm very pleased that you and your dad are getting on better than you were. I hear you had a nice lunch at the Ancient Oak.
Oh, yes, we did. And I rather got the impression that he was genuinely trying to make the effort.
Well, I'm very pleased, dear, as I say.
There's a but,
Look,
isn't there?
I know what your dad wanted to talk to you about, and he said that you seemed keen. Now for that but. I've got some personal concerns over this half-price housing thing. I've also got concerns about Councillor Newbury.
I don't really know much about him, other than Anton's association. I know that Mrs. Newbury's a regular visitor to Miss Moxon. Something to do with contacting the dead?
I don't think you know Lorraine Reed, do you? She came to see me when she found out that your dad was supporting Newbury's housing campaign.
Oh, yes, I do. She and I went to Fieldford Primary together. Natalie also knows her from Westernfield Academy.
Yes, of course you did. Well, she works at Fieldford Fresh Catering, just down the road from us. Your dad was doing some building work for them when Councillor Newbury approached him in the first place.
Yeah, we've seen vans belonging to that company delivering stuff to Miss Moxon upstairs. She's got loads of boxes with their company name on in her downstairs back room. She's apparently storing them for the Newburys due to lack of space at the Fish and Fowl restaurant.
Well, keep your ear very close to the ground at 185, because there's something going on concerning the Newburys. Well, certainly with him, anyway.
Okay. Sounds intriguing.
Lorraine came to see me when she knew your dad was out. She's been monitoring things going on there, and she's noticed the likes of Frank, the boss, Newbury, and a couple of others passing around little packages, which are about the size of a tobacco pouch, with something inside, and it's made her somewhat suspicious.
Thanks for the heads up, Mum.
I know 2 or 3 of the girls that work at the restaurant. One's also from our village. Newbury will not, apparently, allow anyone to go upstairs there. The top room is always locked.
You sure you're all right?
You're worse than a fussing mother hen.
Look, I wish you'd come to my place and stay for a while, at least until that head wound's healed a bit more. Let me look after you.
It's healing well. That doctor did a good job. I still can't believe you managed to get him to call. Doctors don't often do that these days, Unless you're a death's door.
I went to the surgery myself and explained the situation.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Mirabelle, you really are going to have to think about this place. You ain't going to be able to stay here for a lot longer. Let's face it, you haven't got the stamina or the money to keep it up together.
Please, Stanley. I've got a bad enough headache as it is.
Have you? You're feeling all right?
Just pass me those painkillers that the doctor gave me.
There you go. You got some water?
Yes, they're on the table.
You sure you're feeling all right?
Just a headache. Probably the wound healing.
Old Dave and me still reckon you ought to tell the police, you know.
No. It's too late now. Whoever it was that got in and attacked me will be miles away.
You don't know that. They broke in here over Christmas and again last week. I ain't happy about you being secure here, and if the police were to know, they'd keep an eye on the place.
No. Oh, for goodness sake, Stan Venables. Like a scratchy old gramophone record. Turn it over.
Mirabelle, you don't look that good.
I've been overdoing it. Just a little dizzy spell. That's all.
Hello. Welcome home.
Hi there.
Good trip? Anything to report?
Nothing that I can impart, honey.
Don't I get a welcome home kiss?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, I've known kisses from you of a far more passionate nature.
I'm just a bit tired, Wayne. That's all.
That bad, eh?
Sorry?
The meeting. Driven you straight to the whiskey bottle.
Oh, you know what meetings are like. Bit monotonous.
And a bit of a pain being held at the last minute on a Saturday morning of all days.
Yeah, right.
I thought I'd do us an Indian tonight, a tikka masala perhaps, pilau rice.
Oh, no, not for me. I'm not all that hungry. I grabbed something on the train coming back.
I see. Must have been a fairly important meeting to be held today of all days.
For pretty sakes, Wayne, can you just wind your neck in?
What's the matter? I'm sorry, but I've had this feeling ever since you walked through the door that something wasn't quite right.
Look, honey, I'm not being funny, but I cannot impart confidential information to you or anybody from a meeting, okay? Now, why don't you go fix yourself some tikka masala and just leave me be, huh?
Just as you wish. Not that there's much point in me cooking for one. I'll take myself off to the pub and get something. At least there I may also get offered a drink, whiskey or otherwise.
Wayne, I'm sorry. Oh, sheesh. Really mishandled that. Big time. Lisa, for pity's sakes, get a hold of yourself.
Headache any better, Mirabelle?
A bit. Look, you get yourself off home, Stanley. I'll be all right.
I cannot and will not go and leave you on your own like this. And don't tell me to stop fussing, because I ain't going to take no notice.
Could you pass me another painkiller, please?
You shouldn't have any more of them. Too many ain't good for you.
Oh, but Stanley, the pain, it's come back.
Oh, I'll just see who's at the door. Hang on a minute. Oh, Peter, Anton, what are you doing here, eh? Oh, I guessed you'd be here, so I thought I'd come and rescue you from the clutches of Miss Moxon and treat you to a jar or three at the Woodlands Arms. Thanks, but no thanks. I ain't leaving Mirabelle. You ain't on a promise, are you? If you're going to be disgusting, get out.
Charlie, where am I?
Oh, hang on a moment, Mirabelle. Look, sit back down. Here. She all right? Oh, my God, Mirabelle. Well, don't just stand there, you big dollop. Call for an ambulance. Speak to me. Hello, ambulance to Woodlands Villa. Speak to me. Road, St. Bethan's Wood, Westernfield. elderly woman has collapsed. Wavelengths is written and performed by Jerry Hughes. The music is by Gary Dawes.